sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Timeout called the Warriors.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Thompson. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Green. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. He's off on the second. Warriors trail by 8. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Johnson. In transition, here comes Miami. And then Williams slams it in.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Curry outside. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Johnson. Luke Babbitt comes in for Williams. Winslow's checked in for Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Winslow with it. Curry meets him. West with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Andre Iguodala.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Bosh, that's for 2. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Bosh has got 12 points in the game.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Babbitt kicks to Bosh. And the Heat, another 3.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Curry kicks it to West. And Whiteside sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. can't get it to go. Here's Babbitt with the three. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Heat. They lead by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us a bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Yeah, I just try to come out and play my game and stay aggressive, I need to score to help this team win. I think me and the perimeter players doing a good job of that.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It was a big-time first quarter from Chris Bosh. He ended up with 15 points and 4 rebounds. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Can this team please get fired up on defense? Get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm...
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Okay, Miami, now coming out of the court. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Winslow is out there with Dragic, and it's Babbitt in at the small forward position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Dion Waiters checked in for Luke Babbitt. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Klay Thompson. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
And stolen by Whiteside. And here we go with Bosh running it up the floor. But Julia with the steal. It's Curry with the drive. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here.
And for Thompson, his 3-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Durant, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Curry with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Green's got his first points of the game.
A nice start to the second half, just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Outside Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That's hard to explain, that play. I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Livingston. Dishes it to Thompson for the lead. The second chance effort, and it's sent back by Bosch. Dragic against Thompson. Dragic the pass to Winslow. The three from Bosch. Gets that one through the hole, make them now 7 of 13 in this game. If LeBron gone, the Heat had to overhaul some things they do on offense, no doubt about it. Still, Clark, they kept some of the principles there that had been part of the LeBron years.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those principles, a big one, was the idea of spacing in their half-court sets. They still were able to open up for a lot of easy threes.
Pachulia, no luck. Miami leading by 4. Winslow kicks to Whiteside. Dragic left side. Outside Bosch. 6 on the shot clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.